When I was a kid growing up in the 1970s and 80s, movies didn't just entertain me, they became my dreams. I'd watch heroes, spaceships, aliens, and fantastic adventures and wonder, what would it be like if I were there? Back then, that was impossible. But today, with a childhood photo, a little imagination, and a little help from AI, I could finally step inside those dreams. This is the Dreams of an 80s Kid, a series where I take photos of my younger self and place them into the adventures he dreamed about growing up. And episode 1, I finally meet the aliens. As a kid, one movie completely captured my imagination. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. After Star Wars exploded onto movie screens in 1977, I became fascinated with space, with aliens, and the possibility that we weren't alone. I remember Close Encounters and wondering, what was inside that mothership? Who were those visitors? And what would happen if they invited me aboard? More than 40 years later, I decided to find out, not by remaking the movie, but by placing 10-year-old Jesse into the adventure he imagined as a kid. Hello, dreamers. I'm Jesse, a kid from the 70s and 80s who never stopped wondering what was beyond the stars. Of course, my teachers probably called it not paying attention in class, but I prefer to call it imagination. So today, I'm creating a movie-style poster inspired by one of my favorite childhood films and bringing a dream from one very distracted 10-year-old kid to life. Let's begin. First, I'll choose my photo. Here's one from 1984 when my grandparents came to visit us from the Philippines. Yes, we're using this one. Now, I want to pay tribute to one of the most iconic scenes from the movie. You know the one, the moment that made every kid in the theater wonder what happens next. Now for the costume. Look at that. The red jumpsuit, the black boots, and of course, the legendary 1980s bowl haircut. Back then, every kid either had one or was one haircut away from getting one. Now we need some childlike aliens. Not scary aliens, not take me to your leader aliens, just curious little visitors. Awesome. Although, I'm not gonna lie, these aliens look like they're wearing very serious rubber masks. Like they're about to start an alien union meeting. That's much better. Everyone looks happy now. No alien poking, no mind melds, no strange experiments. Just a bunch of kids hanging out in the 1980s. And a few of them happen to be from another planet. Finally, we need a background. I wanted something inspired by the one-story house where we lived in the 1980s. But I also wanted to capture the feeling of the movie's ending, the magical moment when the lights appear and humanity realizes someone is about to take an incredible journey. In the movie, it was a giant UFO. In my version, it's our family house pretending to be one. Now we have our background. Let's add me and the happy bald aliens. We're not alone. And there it is, my completed poster. You know, looking at this finished image makes me smile. As a kid growing up in the 70s and 80s, Steven Spielberg wasn't just a movie director to me. He was a storyteller who made me believe that ordinary people could step into extraordinary adventure. And then there was John Williams. His music didn't just play in the background, it became a part of the journey. Even today, when I hear those themes from my childhood, they instantly transport me back to being a kid sitting in front of the TV wondering what was beyond the stars. So, this is my little thank you to the dreamers, to the storytellers, to the composers, and to that distracted 10-year-old kid who spent a little too much time daydreaming in class. Maybe he was onto something after all. I'm Jesse, and this has been the dreams of an 80s kid. Until next time, keep on dreaming, and goodbye, dreamers.